Jump Rhythm Jazz Project, Getting There, is underwritten in part by Richard G. Weinberg, Philip and Regan Friedman, Nancy Gidwitz and Jeff Grossman, and M.G. Scheuer. Accommodations provided by Courtyard by Marriott, Chicago Elgin, West Dundee.
It's a community that is dedicated to fusing, quite frankly, democratic principles of behavior with a love in and a faith in rhythm, which is in every one of our bodies, all of us sitting in the audience, and in all of our bodies at Jump Rhythm. And what we do is work to get down, as the expression is, so that we can honor the earth with rhythm, we can honor each other with rhythm, and we can continue to promote something that's been a little elusive recently called democracy. Thank you. The reason jazz is so wonderful is that you're hearing talking. To have a company where you're saying it's a jazz company, it's also a democratic company, that makes sense. Because jazz is a metaphor for democracy.
Whop, hop, zap, 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 left foot, hat, tap, tone, take, ha, go, go.
Well, what's happening in a jazz ensemble is first they're setting the agenda. The agenda is the beat. So what the democracy is you first accept what the agenda is that you're going to be talking about. And then what happens is that in turn, you each get to talk about it. We're desperate to get ahead. We're desperate to make an achievement. We're desperate to get love. We're desperate to get the dance right. Desperation is a fabulous, fabulous source of energy. And once you tap into that, I think that's what then can turn you into a very vigorously strong rhythmic dancer. If you don't tap into that, the rhythms are going to basically be at one level. It's nice, but you know, I think what we really want with rhythm is surprises, and that's where the essence of jazz is. Say, to, bo, bo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're doing this with each other. Yeah, with each other. With each other. You can look at each other's eyes even if you want. Go on. Dancing starts with the people. It's of the people. It's for the people. It starts in dance halls. It starts at weddings when you're having 3 or 4 glasses of wine. People aren't doing all of that rhythmic dancing they do on all those occasions emotionlessly. You know, it's coming from the individual saying, I'm talking from my heart. Thoughts?
This is a great one for the hands. Yeah. And I think that the eyes directly connect. Like the clearer that the eyes, when we started talking about that, the hands got more specific. Yeah. Noticing especially like with Heidi and Jordan was really nice. You know. So.
Nice. More thoughts, please. Yes, Jordan.
I like this focus thing we're working on because I think it's going to help me get out of my normal jump rhythm habits that I've formed. Yeah. So I'm concentrating on this and my body will follow instead of relaxing elbows.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, jump rhythm habits, ballet habits, Martha Graham habits, Merce Cunningham habits, Giordano habits. You know, anything is easy to get into a kind of an unthinking participation in. Unthinking, not intellectual unthinking, but what am I trying to do right now in this moment?
And I think it takes a while for you to be really open yourself up and not be resistant to this and really give your whole self. And that's what is a strong distinction with this technique, I think, which takes a long time to be able to do that.
Zip-a-dap, zap. Yeah, but I really want you to open the hand. Really open the hand, not here. It's here, here, more here, more here. When the accent is happening, that's what I want to see, and I want to say do-ba-dee-da. That's what I want to see. Pa-do-do-dee-da. As opposed to do-do-dee-da. That's not it. That's not it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful work. That's beautiful work. I knew that if I was going to develop a company of individuals who were going to be doing my thing, there's no question it was my thing, well, I had 2 choices. I could impose the autocratic system, or I could be true to my social and political and personal background. And so it made sense to me to say, okay, well, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be talking. The social process in Jump Rhythm Jazz Project is for each dancer to recognize that they have to exercise their voice because that's the only way they're going to be able to exercise the technique called learning how to syncopate, which for me is everything. Ha! Right before it was ha! Come on, it's both. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Chica gong bang da. Chica gong da. Chica gong da ga ga. How! He! Etc. Okay, good. Makes sense? It's an alternation back and forth between tension and relaxation. Rhythm is the relationship between accented beats and unaccented beats. But it's deeper, it's more metaphorical. It's the relationship between expressed urgency and the recoil or the rebound away from that, the relaxation away from it. You can't be urgent all the time, you can't be relaxed all the time.
the specificness of the eyes allowed me to know how long I was going to be there and not falling off my foot too early or having to get there too soon because
allowing
see it
you,
go,
so they allowing you not to
fall off my foot too early.
Yeah, that's
or
important.
fall off my foot.
Right.
Right.
Or fall off it to either one. That's perfect. I mean, you're timing it, but obviously you have to complete the task.
Right.
So you can't take the eyes away.
It separates each movement as a task. It's one thing and then another, not this.
Right. Right. So if we are,
Not a stream of things.
if we're here, right, and Glenn throws this at me, what I'm doing, I could do this, or I could do this. I actually was seeing that thing in his hand, right? Right? So what you're actually doing is you're seeing with my eyes the flight, right? But if Leo throws it at me and I'm not concentrating, this is sort of what it looks like. See, my body is not participant.
Yeah.
But if I say, Leo's throwing me a hand grenade, I better not drop it. Does that make sense? I mean, the pin hasn't been pulled. But if I drop it. And sometimes actors have to work with those stakes, because if they don't have that in their mind, then they'll go, oh, okay, it's just a bottle. It's never just a bottle. Never. And if the actor's on the stage, it's never just an apple. It's never just a lamp that they're turning on. It's never those things, okay? Right? It's a hand grenade. That's what the head does. It doesn't go. So.
Well, even then, separating your eyes from your head,
Yeah, separating your eyes from your head, right. And then when we're doing swing dancing, what we're doing is we're trying to put our head into what the purpose of the hand is, right? Right, so we're not going, right, so there has more of this sense of I'm connecting, and even when I'm not looking at Jody, what I'm doing is I'm feeling through. What's that thing Gloucester says in King Lear? I see feelingly. I see it feelingly. So that's what we're doing. Boy, King Lear's on the brain. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
You can't throw your weight or dance rhythmically in an artificial way in jump rhythm, so you have to really feel it and really let go, and that's where some people have a hard time getting there. It takes a little time to get there. So you could throw your weight all you want, but unless you really believe in it, or say, okay, let my defenses down. I think that's what it is for a lot of people. Let your defenses down. Then you can really feel what jump rhythm really feels like, and then you really feel how wonderful it feels as well.
Yeah,
And that's what separates us too. When people come to see Jump Rhythm on stage, hopefully they're seeing Brandy and Glenn on stage and not Brandy being somebody else or Jody, imposing something on herself. She's embodying it, and that's the humanistic part of it.
Boom, ba, dee, ba, dee,
As I learn, the more, and I think this is kind of part of the whole democracy of the company, the more I learn and question, and the more I come up with questions, the more I become teacher back with Billy by sharing that information and helping him try to answer my questions.
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I drive them high-steppin' strutters. Nosy pokes'll peek through the shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather.